You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. All my feet have come too far for you to tie up to the ground. Can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going now. And turn it back around. Can't stop me. Can't stop me now.
But Apex is bullying him quickly. Oh, it's going to be close. It's got a dead heat. I think it's got a dead heat.
It's going to work well for Qualy again. Yes, both.
That Corvette is fast.
Look at how many cars are trying to go through here. They're 3 wide coming through. Squiddy's got fed out into the wall. They're 2 wide coming up through the cutting.
He's making a move on Viking Racer now into the dipper and does it. He's caught around the outside into the dipper. What a move.
Oh, he runs a little bit wide. He's on the grass.
Keep it clean. Come on, Oil, bring it home.
Showman's got the run.
Stand finish. Who's got to get it? Showman's got it. Oh, he's just taken out the lead on Oil.
Side down the hill. Captain's got his nose in front just barely. Oh, he has full trust in him. They're still side by side. Captain takes the position around the outside down the hill.
Around the outside.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to have 3 wide. Adam's going wide. Adam's going deep on the brakes on the Rexy. Gets the pass done. Goes Adam from
Fourth to first.
What a move.
Yes, howdy punters, and we are back. The midweek qualies are here. We're leading up to our first Super Enduro for this 18-week season, up to the 9-week mark. And helping us out with this quali tonight is none other than setter the most trusted tonsils for wheel-to-wheel, Super Dragon. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great, Dodgy. Thank you for the very warm intro. But yeah, how good is it to have the midweek quali back with the qualifying function being added back to the lobbies now?
Mate, it's awesome. It definitely feels like PD is starting to get their stuff together. I have heard rumour that there's an update coming tomorrow with possibly some keyboard action as well. So I'm pretty excited about adding that back to the stream too.
Yeah, another interesting take there on some people deciding to qualify before the update and after. With a little bit of a physics change and a tyre model change look to be coming, so should be quite interesting.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, let's not muck around with these lot. They've got half an hour to burn fuel and tyres, so why don't we get them started?
I will give them the all clear, and we'll see qualifying kick off very shortly. I should probably explain how this will run for those who are new around here, or it's just been a little while. So it's going to be a 30-minute quali session here. Fuel and tyre wear is still on, and we're in equal conditions mode, so the qualifying can be even across all of the sessions we have throughout the week here. But you pretty much go out, go hammer and tong, burn up your softs, burn up your fuel, get your car real light, and put in the absolute best time that you can within the 30-minute time limit, and that will count towards your division come Sunday night after everyone else has put their times in. So
yeah, and like you said before, it is tricky, Dragon, trying to work out or suss out what the update's going to bring. I've heard there's going to be tyre and physics update. You've got guys here going, I've got to get in and do it now because this is the car I trust. And you've got a few guys out there going, well, maybe we're going to get a bit of a bop update. We might get a bit of horsepower added to it. So let's wait and see. What's your personal thought on it?
I think it's tricky. I I would probably go for after the update personally. Then all the practice you're putting in, if a physics change does happen, is how you're going to be racing as well. But still, you know, it could go either way. You could put yourself on pole and then have a worse car for the race and still manage to keep towards the pointy end. So,
yeah, if you're lucky. Me personally, I've always, when it comes to the Super Enduros, I haven't put, honestly, that much stock in the quali. Being a grid start and 13 cars, and then 46 laps or whatever it is around here, it is a big evening to make up that little bit you miss out by being back in the grid.
certainly is. And while everyone's just getting on to their first flyer now, we'll jump on with Dale Teeks for a second here in the AMS Excavations Mustang for the Dem Hexicans as he approaches the start-finish line to start off our first lap of midweek quali in I don't know how long. It's been, gosh, almost a year probably.
Over a year. PS5 and GT7 has been out since, November 21, was it?
I think GT7 was like March. Or April.
March, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got Dale. He's gone through the fast twisty section, through the first tunnel, into the first sector with a 29.9. Approaching the second tunnel now. We'll see how he takes it. Really early turn in. You can use all of that yellow striping and then down this monstrous back straight into the bigger tunnel. As that Mustang really opens up. Down here, should be seeing some quite good speeds. I'm actually having a visual problem and can't see that, but...
273 I think he got to, judging by his dash.
Apologies, I'm unable to view much at the minute.
That's going to hurt. Well, here he's coming down into that tight left-hander at the bottom of the hill now where there's a little dip. You really got to cut it into that corner. Just coming down past the pit entry and we've got that really tight left. This is the hard part of the track here. Braking markers are hard to come by and you've really got to swing it back over to the left of the track to get a good entry into the pit straight.
I'm sure some of the Shake and Bake boys are having flashbacks coming through that last chicane at Trail Mountain. As Dale comes to set our first lap time, it's going to be a 149.1, which is a great way to start it off. Oily comes through with a 49.5. Tombo goes to the top with a 48.5. Apex just behind a 48.6. So we've got Literary Nugget with a 50.2. Adam with a 48.6. So up into third for Adam, and Ralph a 52.1, so he's still got some time to take out of that, but they've still got plenty of time to get through it here to get the fuel weight out of the cars.
Yeah, and that's it. That's one of the things is we never used to do with these qualies. We used to have fuel and tyre off so they could just go out there and cut sick and do whatever, but this time we've left the tyre wear on and the fuel burn, so they've got a good 15 minutes to burn as much fuel as they can, and I'm sure we're going to see some very hot laps towards the end of this session.
Certainly. Should probably introduce the drivers that we have with us here tonight. So currently leading we have Tombo25 from Drive 25 Sim Sports, running around in that Nissan, followed by his teammate and currently competing for the top end of the championship in Div 1 Apex Humper. Adam in the privateer entry Corvette has managed to pick up a half a second penalty. As I said previously, we've got Dale Teeks in the AMS Excavations Mustang, who's just jumped into the pits for a quick tyre change. Oil in My Blood following him in there. He's in the 13R Suzuki. Everyone deciding to come in. Literary Nugget, a privateer entry in that Mazda RX Vision as well.
Seems a bit early.
And then Big Red Ralph in the AMS Excavations Dam Hexagon's Mustang as well, rounding out the field as Apex goes to the top with a 48.3.
Yeah, I believe Oil would be in because he does have to duck out early. He said he literally has time for one hot lap and he has to go. So I wouldn't expect him to be hanging around much longer. But yeah, the others, I thought they would have used a bit more of that tyre up to burn a bit more fuel first.
Yeah, Ralph with a 51.8 improves over his 52.1 as well. Takes about 0.3 off his time there, and it's looking like Oily is done. So he's back in the pits, and that's his time. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was, but it's 1.2 off of the 48.3. So about a 49.5 for Oil in my blood there.
Nice. Now, I will add, there are a few of the guys in this Qualy lobby tonight that race in VR, so this will be another first for them, doing these Qualys and this track in VR. So there's about, what have I got, 1, 2, 3 of them here in VR, so it's definitely starting to catch on, this VR thing, Dragon.
Yeah, it's pretty popular with the kids these days, as they say. But honestly, it seems like a really good experience, and I don't blame them for jumping on board with it. I'm sure it completely changes how you view the game, and going for a nice drive through the forest here is probably fairly picturesque as well.
I'll take your word for it. I can't stand this track. I'll do anything I can to avoid getting onto this track.
Well, I've almost got the same situation there. I think I missed out on the last time we were here in the previous season, and I won't be attending this round as well. So it's probably been about 9 months since I've raced this track.
Yeah, that's
chance.
why I avoid it. I haven't had enough time at it. I'm sure if I spent some time at it, it might be okay. And look, I have heard some rumours going around that a certain yellow, black and silver McLaren is pretty quick around this track, so we'll see what happens.
We'll have to wait and see for that one. When might we see that McLaren buzzing around this track?
Well, honestly, that's a good question. I think most of the boys are waiting till later in the week. If we're lucky, we might see one on later tonight.
It looks like there's a couple on later tonight. Just checking the sign-up list for the later session, we have Brutal, Knuckles, and Broken Spoke all jumping in tonight. So
I knew of two. Knuckles shocked me. I think, I believe two of those guys are believing in getting it done before the update, just because they know how the car feels. We know how temperamental MR cars are, so any slight change to the tyre and physics of that thing could just throw your lap time out for a good day or two until you get used to it again.
Absolutely, there's always the McSlowan days to look back on, where a BOP update absolutely stomps right down on any chance of getting a good lap time. So,
have we had any increase? Ralph has just betted, has it, or was that one more I saw down there too?
That was his previous. Dale is coming through the last corner now, looking to improve on his 49.1. He's looking to be in the 48s this time around. 48.9 goes Dale, stays in fourth, but closes the gap up to Adam. Ralph goes in for his first stop as well.
Who we got coming through next? Apex,
Nugget.
is it?
And then Apex Humper coming through now to complete an outlap. I believe Adam also on an outlap.
There you go, that'll explain those times.
Interesting to see Apex and Adam, they're deciding to keep the car right at the top of fifth gear rather than changing into sixth as they approach turn one. So very interesting, saving a bit of time with that gear change. We know sixth gear in a lot of these cars can be quite sluggish, so...
Yeah, that was definitely the case at Spa with the McLaren as well, trying to get up that hill. It was much better to try and keep it in fifth. I've noticed Apex, not so much Adam, but Apex doing that a lot in the Nissan. I wonder if it's a Nissan thing. Maybe it bogs down a bit in 6th. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Apex and Dale and Tombo both down on their best times currently, as they came through the second sector timing board. Literary Nugget down by 1/2 a tenth, so could improve if they nail this last sector here. Adam down by 0.02 of a second as well, so right on pace. I'm keeping my eye on Literary Nugget. He's peeling into the pits, so Apex will be the next car looking to beat his time. Heavy braking down into the chicane here, keeping it really close to the left. A little bit of curve on the right there, run it all the way out to the wall. Might have left a bit of paint on it there. That was very, very close. On the run up to the line, no improvement there out of Apex. Adam looked to be on to improve. He's lost. He's off it by 1/2 a tenth of a second. So he's right there. And one thing I remember from the last time I was here, which I believe was in the Toyota Supra, turn 2, I guess it would be, you come through the left and then through that right-hander, the front of the car tends to lift up and get some airtime if you're coming through it too quick or hit it at the wrong angle. So definitely something that a lot of these drivers have to battle with as they come through there, finding the nice mix of pace but also keeping the front of that car grounded. Dale takes off his time by 0.09 of a second here.
That Mustang has been a great car this season for those guys. It does look well-rounded. It looks stable out there. Maybe just choose the juice a tiny bit, but nothing like it used to. I think it's been a great car for them.
It did get quite a bad reputation in wheel-to-wheel for quite a few seasons there after the old Fine Moves ran it, and it just about drove him to quitting point. Dale improves with a 48.7. But, I remember it did get quite the bad rap sheet in wheel-to-wheel as one of the worst cars to drive. But GT7 has remedied that, and now it's right up there as one of the top picks for quite a few guys.
Here we go with Adam. Let's see if he's managed to improve. Is he?
Does, yep. Ever so slightly, 37 thousandths of a second. So he's 1/10, 0.099 off of Tombo there. I'm sure once the fuel drops down, he'll be more than happy to try and have another go at that. We could see him in this lap again for another set of fresh soft tyres. He might also brave it and go around again.
He was up on his time only by a small amount in the last lap, but chose to come in. So I'm thinking now he's more looking at the end of session time and working off exact lap times now of when to change the tyres.
Definitely could be. We have 15 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in Qualy, so we're just approaching the halfway point.
Yep, if there's anyone with a computer beside him and a spreadsheet running somehow and a little arm saying pit now, it'd be Tombo.
Absolutely. One of the most competitive guys in the league, I think it's safe to say. And I believe he's got another one of the most competitive on his team with Apex Humper. Pretty dangerous combo to have those two together.
Yeah, no doubt there. Those guys are here for a reason, and that is to not only have fun, but they are deadly serious about getting this stuff done and won. And look, they're not far behind at the moment, and it could be a case that after the stewards' reports come out this week, anything could happen, because I think there's only about 30 points difference between first and second in the team championship.
There we go. Improvements from Adam. A 48.4 puts him above Tombo by 700ths of a second. I believe that's on his third lap, on fourth lap on that set of tyres as well.
Yeah, he's thrown it into those corners. Nugget's just gone up.
Yep, 150.1 out of Nugget, improving on his 150.2 that he said earlier on. So just chipping away as the car gets lighter. It's been a little while since Ralph has improved. He's got a 51.8 currently. Coming to the line now, it's going to be a 50.9. So takes about 0.8 of a second off of his previous time there. It's a great effort by Ralph.
Great effort, and I just point out to those that may not be aware, it is mixed divisions in here tonight too. So we have some, while we do have mainly Div 1s for the top 4, the other two guys, I think we're looking at about a Div 4 and 5.
Yeah, that's the thing with these quali sessions. They're just open up to whichever one you prefer to go in. There's none that are exclusive for the faster guys, so you come out here and you have to mix it with everyone in the session. So some might find that a quieter session is the way, others might find that a busier one where you can tack on and get a bit of slipstream and know that someone's going to get out of your way might be the way to go about it. But
we got Dale coming over
it's
now,
all the risk you take.
See if he improves.
No, he's coming towards 2 minutes there. He's had a bit
so
of
it's an outlap, maybe?
Possibly. We've got Tombo coming to the line. And he has improved a 48.3, 12 thousandths off of Apex Humper, and jumps back past Adam. And it's coming to a dangerous time now where the fuel is getting low enough where you can just fuel up for a 3-lap stint and just absolutely send it as Apex improves with a 48.2. And I believe Nugget improved. He did a 49.8 out of Nugget, so cracking below the 1 minute 50s there as well, which is an awesome effort in that RX Vision.
How's Adam looking wherever? There he is. Almost lost him.
So this is his first flyer after pitting last lap. I did not get to see his sector split, but the Corvette always looking quick. Early on the throttle, he's had to hesitate ever so slightly to avoid the gutter coming up very quickly there.
Corvette seems to have a little bit of a slide around this track.
Yeah, it does. It seems to enjoy it a little bit. And just to confirm what you said earlier, so Big Red Ralph currently sitting 7th in Division 5, and Literary Nugget, our current D-League leader, by 11 points. So quite an important qualifying session here for Nugget in that RX Vision. Dale improves with a 48.2 and goes to the top.
Oh, Dale. Nice.
So Dale currently with a 48.244. Never mind, Tombo goes top of the 48.1. All the times really starting to fall. Apex Humper coming onto the start-finish straight now. We'll see if he can continue this trend on. Coming up to the line now. Can it be a 47? It's a 48.101 as he pips Tombo again.
Adam has no improvement, unfortunately.
2012 from Adam, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. I'm not being told when outlaps are, so that could have been an outlap and an in-lap previous. Literary Nugget just coming out of the pits on some fresh tyres.
We got creeping up here, Ralph.
I think Ralph might be on an outlap. That's 1 minute 50 ticking by already. I think our next time will be in from Dale Teeks. He is about a second off of his best this time around, though, so we could see him duck into the pits here. Do you think we're going to see 47s throughout the rest of the week here, Dodgy? Or is Apex and Tombo absolutely just setting the bar with the 48.1?
Oh, Dale's in the pit. Look.
Tombo in the pits as well.
Apex can drive anything. I'll give the guy that much. There's nothing out there he can't drive. He can't wring its neck and get a good time out there. But there are some other cars coming up that may suit the track better. That GTR sometimes can be a bit of a brick, even though these guys have got it pointing really well. But
Adam could be in for a lap here as well there, apologies.
Hard to say whether this is going to be the top of the week. I think there may be some more record breakers to come yet, depending on the update, of course.
Yeah, the update could make the cars drivable. It could improve a couple of cars, and we could see 46s. You never know. Adam with a 48.121, 200ths of a second behind Apex Humper, 2,000ths of a second ahead of Tombo. So our 4 Division 1 drivers here, separated by 0.143 of a second between the 4 of them.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me if Adam parks it up under that and after that and goes, yep, that's my lap, that'll do me. Thanks, boys, see you later.
I reckon he could get the fuel a bit lower if he really wanted to. He's purple, actually, by 800ths of a second, almost a full 10th of a second purple. As he comes through the long sweep and left into the tunnel. Beautifully done that time. How good is it to see the V-Corsa colours being flown again? Ralph
they
with an
definitely
improvement.
stand out, those ones. They love the V-Corsa cars. They always stand out. They're never backwards in coming forwards.
So Ralph, with a previous best of a 150.9, just set a 150.5, so taking about 0.4 off of his best lap time. Yet to crack the 49s, but he's right there with it.
Adam is still purple by only 4 100ths, but he is still purple.
So we could see him take that top time off of Apex Humper. I don't know if there's enough time in this last sector for him to get 47s, but here we go, coming into the left, into the final right now. We'll see what kind of run he gets. Takes all the curb available on the power very early. He's going to let the car drift across the track rather than straight lining it to the finish line. Here we go, 47, 48, 106. He's 5 thousandths off of Apex. So Apex with a 48, 101 and Adam with a 48, 106.
Okay, who have we got coming here?
Literary Nugget. Not going to be able to improve, just slightly off.
I think Apex is on an outlet.
Possibly. His tyres do look very new. I'm hoping to see an improvement out of Dale shortly. I think this might be an outlap for Dale. But it's all about timing your run now. Very low on fuel is Ralph. I hope he can make it back around to the pits. Here we go. No improvement from Ralph, unfortunately. He'll get back around to the pits, top the tank a little bit, and then be right back out there, I'm sure, though. Who's next approaching is Dale, but I believe he is on that outlap. Has about 27 litres of fuel in the tank as well. Tombo carrying around about 20 litres. Adam V10 right behind Tombo on track, actually, with, I'd say, about 10 litres remaining, a little less. So we're either going to see Adam go for broke here or come into the pits.
There he goes, peeling off, is he? No?
Yep. Both of them decide to come into the pits there. Interesting. I guess that's about timing the run. You pit now, you get 2 flyers at the end after your outlap to really send it all in there. Nugget also coming in, Apex staying out. So I think that'll be Apex through to the finish. I don't think we'll see him in the pits again unless he does it at the end of his lap that he's about to start. On the run up to the line, see quite a different approach than Adam. He's keeping it on that left wall. It's the shortest run. 47.7 from Apex
You wanted
Humper.
it. You got it.
Wow. Surely that... Oh, man.
I just think I heard a few hearts break from people watching this stream then.
Wow, that is a lot faster than I expected to see. Ralph drops into the pits with 1 litre remaining, timing that perfectly. And the good part about this final run here, Apex is still purple through Sector 1, by the way, by 1/2 tenth. But the good thing about timing your run here is you don't have to make sure you have that 8% of fuel. Oh, he's into the wall. You don't have to have that 8% fuel or whatever to get back around to get into the pits. You can run it to target 0 and run that car as light as possible. Adam pulling out of the way. Is he out of fuel? Adam's out of fuel, I think.
Oh,
He's very, very close to it. His tank has just ticked to 0%.
I think by the looks of the chat in YouTube land, DJ Stefko has decided to retire a week early now.
There it is, Adam, completely out of fuel, full throttle and no acceleration coming out of that car. I don't know, he's going to have 3 minutes. I don't think he's got time. There's only a 30-second continuation on this quali session, so it's a 2-minute outlap, and then, it's going to be quite tight. 3 minutes now remaining, 3.5 minutes, sorry, remaining in the quali session, including that continuation. I think this is mistimed from Apex.
I don't think he cares. I think he's quite happy with what he's got.
That's absolutely
already.
true. Tombo, on the other hand, still out there. Oh no, Dale with a massive spin, pushing so hard to try and get those lap times.
Tombo's off as well. I'm sure I saw those tyres get airborne then.
Oh, big slide out of the first tunnel there as well.
Yeah, this lap is cooked for Tombo.
We'll see how he goes. He's actually up. He is up by 0.04 of a second coming through the first sector.
Imagine what he would have been then without it.
Oh, he might have taken a bit of the wall there. It sounded like it. So we're not going to see any improvement from Dale Teagues. Literary Nugget up by 0.4 of a second. 2 minutes remaining, so I think Ralph might miss out here. He's coming to the line. Oh, I think the continuation's going to save Ralph there. So we've got Tombo, Nugget, and Ralph all still to set a time. Tombo's still up by 0.5 tenth of a second here. Oh, he's just barely grazed the fence on the way out there as well. Coming through the left-hander now. On the power very early, using every bit of the track available as well. Here we go, final braking zone. Down through the gears, into first. Keeps it left to get that run onto the straight. He's on the power very early. Bit of wheel spin, had to correct a slide. Is that going to cost him this spot over Adam V10? The run to the line now. A 48.2, it has cost him. Literary Nugget, our next car looking to improve. Currently with a 49.896. He's coming onto the start-finish straight now. 46, 47, 48. He goes a 49.4.
Second.
Massive improvement for the last lap. And Big Red Ralph, our last car, looking to improve, I believe. Adam finishing an outlap, so I think that's going to be it. Once we see Ralph cross the line, coming into the downhill left-hander now. He looked to get on the power quite well there. I haven't seen his second sector split, but he was up through the first. Here we go, 140. The 10-second run to the line now. That time's ticking up so quickly as you come down this straight. You just wish your car would go faster. There's a 150. No.
Hard luck, Ralph.
So Apex Humper takes it with a 147.774. Adam V10 currently second with a 48.106. Tombo with a 48.123. And Dale with a 48.244.
Yeah,
we have
and
Nugget
there
with
it
a
is there.
49.4 and Ralph with a 50.5.
I think
So-
a lot of guys want to take a photo of that right there and pin that up above their monitor, because that is going to be one hell of a target, that 147.774. Almost a lap of the gods, I'd call it. But he's a Kiwi,
Yeah,
so I'm
that
not
was-
calling it that.
Man, that was wow. We also have Oiley's time, which we'll have to go back and get, but I believe it was a
149.555.
I think it was a
I think.
49.5, something along those lines.
Tombo,
Hello, good sir.
how are you? I'm sorry to say, Tombo, word has come through that you have to drop Apex. There's
What
been
are
some
you
budgetary
feeding that
issue.
guy?
I
Honestly,
don't know what he's on.
I want him
Man.
tested.
Me too. The man is an alien, but he's more alien, so I'm happy.
Well,
And-
if this is any kind of preview for the race, Adam's got the jump in that Corvette, and he's already leading the field around, so could all be for Zip there.
Yeah, absolutely. How'd you go with it, Tombo? Did you feel a bit comfy? You looked a bit wild on that
he
last lap.
sends it up the inside of Apex as well. Fenced him. Beautiful.
Yeah, look, it was pretty loose out there. There's probably there's a 10th in it for me, I think. But I just didn't put it together.
We saw you in your final flyer up by about half a 10.
Yeah.
Looked to have a rough run out of the final corner there and get a bit of a slide. Was that where you think you lost your time on that one?
Yeah, I think so. I was just struggling with that last sector. The downhill right and left-handers. Just really tricky to get it stopped.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Was that Apex?
That was Dale. That was
Dale.
Apex there. Yep. So Dale absolutely sent it trying to get Apex, and he missed. Apex
Okay, gentlemen.
completely opened the steering wheel there and let you take all of that.
We do have a few more of these sessions this week. We've got another one tonight. We've got some on Friday night as Tombo sends Apex back to Kiwi Land.
Yeah, nice time. See you later, chump.
A couple on Saturday as well. This is only session 1. Tombo, is anyone going to beat Apex's time through the rest of the week?
I think Pit Lane Peterly Joke would be pretty good.
I don't know how
Porsche's
strong the
got it in
Porsche
it.
is here. He might need some help down that back straight.
The
I don't think he can do it solo.
The Jag sectors and KZ.
I think Seckers might give it a red hot go in that Jag.
Yeah.
I think you're correct there. So, anyway, Dragon, I will leave it to you to wrap up. We better get out of here. So there's some time between now and 8 o'clock if it makes a stream. I'm not sure if it will at the moment.
Yeah, well, hopefully it does. But yeah, thank you everyone for jumping in and watching. No thanks to Apex for ruining everyone's hopes and dreams in the first qualifying session of the week. But we hope to see you later on. Thank you all for joining us. And as always, don't forget to wash your hands.